look, here I am in the most romantic venue in St. John's. Hey?
Weird. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark O'Brien, the lovely Georgina Reilly, in the place where you met.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And look, and Nessie, there's still the enamoredness in her eyes. And
that was towards you, though. She thinks you're really cool.
I feel like I'm honored in some way, although I missed the big Twitter announcement. But you popped the question.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I did. Thanks.
She's quite lovely.
And by the way, she's very lovely. She's very lovely. But we actually, when we she put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Not 10 minutes later, she was like, I can't believe Stephanie Beaumont hasn't commented yet.
I did. So sad. I took literally one night off, and I missed it. And I even said, you should get offline for a second and you miss everything.
Yeah.
Well, this is part of our romantic series for February, and we're with two of the most romantic people. So, is that all right? I'm just giving you that because
nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Two of the most romantic people. Well, I love to follow your tweets, and then I feel a little bit weird that I'm part of it, but it's like my own little series on Twitter that I watch, and I watched your romance develop, and you did. I did because there'd be the odd sort of flirtatious tweet, and I could kind of see something's going on, and then of course it was, and then this announcement. So New York City.
It was in New York, yeah. I'd been planning it. I had the ring for 2 months, and I'd asked her parents.
Did you know?
No.
No hint at all?
We had discussed
let's
a
just
little
say
bit.
there would be the odd question of, when are you going to ask me?
Well.
That would come up from time to time. From me to her.
But not at all like that.
It was from me to her, though.
Okay.
When are you going to ask me? I want a Tiffany ring. Stuff like that.
Yes, Tiffany's good on you. It's beautiful.
Thanks. No, I was really nervous, and then I didn't think I'd be nervous when I did it, and we were slow dancing. I was trying to be all suave and cool,
right.
And then and then I was like, oh, get that in my pocket, and it was, I said breath mints. It was like 11 o'clock. I was like, can you get
breath mints?
And she was like, breath mints? What do I want breath mints for? And I was like, just get the breath mints, because the box was in there.
Yeah, and then I put my hand inside the jacket, and I was like, and then I couldn't talk, which is very rare for me, and I didn't even open it. I walked across the room to him and gave it to him like a bomb. I was like, I get it. And then
we had Billie Holiday playing. It was like
now where are you? Give me a venue. You're in New York.
It's a Bowery Hotel in just in NoHo, and then the next song comes on after this beautiful Billie Holiday song. It's so romantic, and it's like this big jingy jangling weird loud song, and I'm saying all these nice things, shaking.
Could she hear you?
She could hear me, but the sweat and
and was shaking a lot. It was very sweet.
Yes. And you said yes.
I said yes.
Her tweet was just, I said yes, and then this beautiful picture of the ring, which was great.
It was kind of like Des, though.
She said, yeah, she always says
Des proposal. Des proposed to me.
Well, maybe if you, maybe think about, if you try to, maybe, I don't know, you don't have to. It was
and she said yes. Okay, now one of the things that he just sort of
to shut me up.
No, that's not true. He sort of slipped it in the conversation there, but we're talking about romance here in February. You asked her parents.
I did, yeah. I asked it. Well, it was hard because they were going to LA, so I was like, oh, I wanted to ask them in person, and I did, and they were so sweet. They're British, and they were like, oh, of course, my God, and then they gave me a hug. It was really nice, and so that was 2 months before I asked her, so she had no idea, but it was
that's a long time to wait and know that you're going to do something.
Yeah.
But you planned this New York City trip. I thought to myself, when I saw that they were going, and a lot of people, were any of your friends now looking back on the tweets, did Johnny Harris know that's why you were going?
No,
he didn't.
John
because
didn't
if you go back and you look at the tweets, not that I do or that I'm creepy, but and that you see people hey, have fun in New York. I even said have fun in New York because I just thought, oh, what a romantic way to spend.
Yeah.
But you two kids, I just go, oh, those kids, they're so romantic.
My sister did. My older sister Colleen was she was like, I knew that. I knew that. I said,
she doesn't talk like that.
Well, that's just my impression of anybody who's not me.
Do your mom asking for toast, or the toast is too much? That's my favorite.
What's that? Mark, that's enough for me. I'm already full now. I'm like, geez, Mom, you didn't. And then
I can't look at a piece of toast without thinking of Mrs. O'Brien.
And then Dad Mark Chris comes in. Hey, Mark, I have a story for you before you run off to school. I'm 30. Anyway, it was funny.
Now this really is the place where you met. And Georgina, we talked about your role on Republic of Doyle. So that was the first time you met Mark O'Brien?
Yeah, or the Doyle night out is on a Thursday night. Everyone comes to the Duke.
Okay.
So I went for dinner, and then I ended up here, and he was here.
And then her life changed, Stephanie. for the better.
Now, again, and I hate because she was really convincing.
Oh, no.
She was convincing as a crazy person. That didn't throw you off.
I'm not. Unless it crossed my mind. It crossed my
It'll
mind.
keep you on your toes.
It will.
You'll
It
sleep
will.
lightly for the rest of your life.
Well, not really. Not once you get
He
to
has
know her.
earplugs.
I have earplugs, and they're Georgina earplugs. I had to send away. They're custom made because that was the only. No, I'm only joking. She's very sweet.
Okay. Okay. So you're engaged. Now let's just talk about it because you did indeed meet here at the Duke, and people talk about St. John's being a very romantic city.
Yeah.
And we're very fortunate in our CNBC scene of the day. Georgina, you've been kind enough to share some of the photos of you guys. Where would you guys say would be the most romantic spot in St. John's?
You always take me up Signal Hill.
I always take you.
I say Signal Hill. The walk,
walk,
though.
yeah, the walk.
The walk up Signal Hill.
Is the most romantic
Yeah.
spot.
Yes.
But the wedding, will it be big? Will it be? We know it's going to be in Toronto.
That's what we're going to right now. It's,
Yeah.
it's
big right now.
Yeah.
It's huge right
Well,
now.
if you think about the friends collectively the two of you have,
There's
that
so many,
alone
and
is
when
huge.
you're in the industry, I mean, you work with so many different people, and you come so close with so many
Right.
people, and there's so many people that we just want to be there.
Right.
But
we've
but
got a
we're just
year,
gonna charge
a year
people.
from February. Well, that's not wrong.
$200.
We're going to charge
Entry.
people to come.
Yeah. We'll get them. We'll get them to a bid or something.
I do Great Ave Maria. I know I sort of mentioned that too. That's true.
I wrote that
Cool.
down.
You know? Did you really?
I wrote it down.
She writes.
Who knows?
Everything.
I write everything down.
You never know when an idea. Well, we wish you all the best. We'll
Thanks.
follow you on Twitter. It's Georgina Reilly, at Georgina Reilly and at Mark O'Brien NL. And we'll follow the progression of your wedding planning.
Thanks.
And we can't wait.
Cool.
It's
Thanks a lot.
exciting.